Hi there, everyone. A very good evening. Welcome to an evening with Rajwin and Warren. Thank you so much for being with us here today. Today is Saturday, 5th of June, 2021. What a lovely day. Can you beat that? It's already June, yeah? We have gone through so many months, MCO, non-MCO, go out, and then cannot go out. Now, back to total lockdown. Well, whatever it may be, make sure that you stay at home and stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. Today's session will be yet an interesting one. Why? Because we will have yet a fantastic speaker. She is all the way from Germany, and she is going to share with you all something very powerful, very interesting, very meaningful, especially at this period of time. So I hope that you will tune in and wait until the end of the show, because she is going to share with us a lot of things that it may be very helpful. For all you know, it will change your life forever. So without further ado, let's bring in Rajwin. But before I bring in Rajwin, let me share a little bit about the show. Rajwin Kaur Randhawa. She was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the very tender age. What happened is that everybody thought that she could not do a lot of things, but she proved everybody wrong. She started doing a lot of things. She did her primary school, secondary school. She went to the university, graduated, and then she started taking loads of courses. She then took on Train the Trainer program, and she got herself certified. Can you beat that? It's from HRDF. Now, because she have done that, what happened is that she needs to clock in a couple of hours. For that to happen, this is why I came in to help her in ways possible so that she can clock in these hours. Now, as much as this is a show where you can just watch for free, I thought that it is best that since she's doing it, we might as well do a pay as you wish program. Yes, an evening with Rajwin and Warren is a pay as you wish program, whereby when you come in, you watch. After watching, if you think that you want to pay, just pay some amount, and that amount will go straight to Rajwin. So do your bit if you want to do. Else, no problem. Just watch and transform your life. Ladies and gentlemen, Rajwin Kaur Randhawa. Hi.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you, co-host, for the excellent introduction. Um, today, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone's having a lovely Saturday, as I am, and as we are. Um, Today we have a very special guest. She's a business coach. She's a neuro-linguistic practitioner. She's a mother of two, and she's gonna share how you can lead a purposeful life through the pursuit of happiness. So let's welcome a charming lady, Katie Swash. Round of applause, everybody.
Hey, hi there, Katie. How you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really honored.
Nice to have you.
So yeah, Katie. So thank you for being with us on the show. So yeah, tell us more about yourself.
Yeah, what shall I say? I already, Varan has already introduced myself a little bit. I am originally from Germany. For the past 5 years, I am living together with my husband and two girls here in Penang in Malaysia. And we really like the hot weather here. So I am a certified business trainer and also a certified hypno coach. And I've been training and coaching now for more than 12 years in different countries, as you can see. So I really like to have international customers and working with people all around the world. And I really enjoy that one. And that is what sparks my life. So.
Thank you. That's a very nice introduction of yourself. Many of us have happiest moments in our life. So, Katie, what is yours?
That is a good question. I would say I don't really have the happiest moment in my life because there are so many happy moments that it is a little bit like this up and down. Sometimes you have a really, really good, happy moment, and then 5 days later, you're like on the bottom and you try to pick yourself up again. Things like that happen to us all the time. And I learned to enjoy this, every single happy moment that I can grab my hands on. I wake up in the mornings, and most of the times my girls are coming for a snuggle portion into my bed, or I come into their beds, and we enjoy this moment of happiness. Another time it's we are walking around and just enjoying the nature. We love to go hiking here. So we are trying to put happy moments into our lives on a regular basis, instead of waiting for the happiest moment in our lives.
Thank you so much for the insightful answer. Very interesting. The concept of pursuit of happiness is known to you. So, what do you think of the pursuit of happiness?
I personally find the pursuit of happiness is a pretty important one, because at the end of the day, we all want to live a happy, a fulfilled life. Whomever you're asking, what is your goal? It's like, I want to be happy. And so unfortunately, most of the people don't really get there. That is what I can say from my personal experience, from all the people that I've coached. And that is one of the reasons for that. What is that there is a big misconception out there. And the big misconception about happiness is not just run around and have a smiley face on your but having a life that is in balance. So different areas of your life, which are broad, which can be family, which can be friends, which have to match. If you don't have friends, if you don't have a good family, you are not feeling happy. If you have a lot of money, but you have a job where you feel extremely crappy because your boss is treating you bad, or because you are working so many hours that you're neglecting your family, you won't be happy. So the pursuit of happiness, from my point of view, is a pursuit where you are tackling all different areas of your life and trying to be as fulfilled as possible in different areas of your life. And then you will lead a happy and a fulfilled life. And this is, at the end of the day, what we really want to do.
Thank you so much, Kirti. It was very insightful. So can you share some tips of happiness, as many of us want to know how to be happy in our life?
Yeah. Basically, the biggest tip is ask yourself, in what area of your life are you not so happy? Try to figure out what is the reason for that you are not so happy in that area. And then start changing something in that area. If it's your job, which brings you absolute unfulfillment, find a different one where you are fulfilled. If it is that you're fighting all the time with your partner, figure out why you're fighting all the time with your partner, and try to get an understanding. But on an everyday basis, there are so many other tips that bring some happiness, some happy feelings, and some happy hormones in your brain. And I mean, you are laughter yoga expert yourself. So laughter is one of those things which trigger happiness hormones in our brain.
Exactly.
So try to find things that bring you to laugh, especially in this times lockdown here. I mean, you experience it yourself. It can be quite a challenge for us, for our children, to stay happy, to stay positive. So we're telling ourselves jokes. And we're trying to find the silliest videos on YouTube where you just have to sit down and where you just laugh because they're so silly. But also what helps really, really well in order to trigger the happiness carriers, so hormones which produce the happy feeling inside your brain, is music. What I prefer to listen to by now is so-called upbeat music, and you can find those on YouTube everywhere. And I just let them run in the background, and you see it has a really nice beat, and so you even see the kids starting to dance in the meantime. And even dancing is a form of putting happiness or producing the right hormones so that happiness plays a bigger role in your everyday life.
Thank you so much, Katie. I feel that many teenagers find struggle to keep themselves happy. So, what is your advice for teenagers out there to stay happy?
To stay happy, yeah. My biggest advice would be put the electronics to the side. Put the electronics to the side, go out there, go into the nature, walk with some people, talk with people again, have a personal connection to others. What we love to do, for example, even with the kids in the neighborhood sometimes, is having board games and sitting together on a table and playing board games. You always find something to laugh about. You always find some topics you're talking about. The other things would be reading more, having a hobby that really fulfills you. And a lot of kids nowadays, they don't really have hobbies anymore. Their hobby is watching YouTube or playing computer games. But there is so much more out there. You can learn to play a music instrument. You can go for what's the word? Sorry, German comes into my mind sometimes, and then I don't find the English words anymore. Helping other people, for example, or starting to have a cooking club or a book reading club. So a lot of things which involve other people, because at the end of the day, human beings are social beings. And at the moment, we are neglecting that a lot. And with the technique, the electronics which are out there, it's getting even worse.
That's so awesome, Katie. So, I want to know, you're smiling all the time. So how do you exactly keep yourself happy?
How do I keep myself happy? Yeah, music most of the time. Music, snuggling with my kids, and just having fun seeing other people again from time to time. The thing is, a couple of years ago, I was not smiling all the time, definitely not. But what I figured is I love teaching other people and I love helping other people. So this is what makes me fulfilled. And this is definitely one of the spikes that brings in my happiness. I am happy when I can teach, when I can help other people. And that's the reason why I'm doing it.
Thank you so much, Katie. I feel that the pursuit of happiness comes from loving ourselves first before other people. So, what is your opinion on self-love?
That is a good question. My opinion on self-love. Wow. First of all, I would say, if you expect others to love you, you have to accept yourself first, the way you are. If you're trying to play a role all the time in order to please others, then you're faking it all the time. And the question is, who are you really on the inside? Do you know that, or are you playing a role for almost your life? If you're always used to please your parents, and I know in some cultures this is more dominant than in other cultures, that you have to please your parents and that you have to do whatever your parents tell you to do, you can lose yourself really quickly, because you're always there for your parents but not for yourself anymore. And it is really, really important to really find out who you are and to love that person fully. When you do that, then others have no chance then to love you, because you are true to yourself.
Very
Wow.
nice. I'm so sorry, Rajwin. I have to intervene a little bit because a couple of viewers are already giving messages. If you don't mind, Rajwin, can I just use this space to read out the messages, and also loads of questions coming in. So be ready, Katie.
Okay.
If you see
Go ahead.
on screen, Paul Singh says, be happy and enjoy what you have. Yeah, that's very important, I think. Yeah, be happy with what you have. And Subhashini says, powerful, helping others. Yes, indeed, helping others is yet another way. Yeah, and I want to go back to these questions. Yeah, happiness is everyone's birthright, but why some are still in the searching? One question first.
Wow, why are still some in the searching? A lot of things have to do with the perception of what happiness is. For many people, happiness is a lot of times just having pleasure. Buy a new car and you will be happy. Buy a vacuum machine and you will be happy. Pleasure is what is marketed to us. And we see pleasure every single day on the TV and advertisements and all this kind of things. But pleasure is just a teeny tiny bit of this overall happiness. And happiness is so much more. Happiness is a positive outlook in the here and now and a positive outlook for the future. Do I see my future gray or is it bright and shiny? Is it black? So there is a lot of distinction in there. And one more thing is too, that happiness, and that is something that I had to learn myself too, is something that you get to by 50% through your genes. So the same as you're taller or smaller as someone else, or faster or slower than someone other, the same goes for your happiness level too. So you have a certain kind of happiness level which will be with you for the rest of your life. And you have some people which are extremely happy and they're like, good morning, how are you? I mean, we all know those people, right? We have all met them. Yes. And I had a colleague like that for years, and it was every time I saw her, I was cringing because I wanted to be as happy as that person. But what I didn't know was she grew up in a family which was always this happy. So for her happiness baseline was a lot higher than mine was. And you cannot try to match that one. You have to go with what you have. Don't try to be the fastest one. Just make the best what you have out of it. You can influence your happiness baseline. You can raise it, but it will take time, and it doesn't happen from right now to next week. It will take half a year or something like that, and you will see a curve. You will see a curve to the better, because you can influence around half of your happiness level. And this can be done by actions like music, like laughing, a lot of other things too. But most of it is basically, it is not the pursuit to have pleasure, to have the next car, more money or whatever, because that will only bring like a short peak. And in around 3 months, you're basically back to where you started. And you can ask lottery winners, they will tell you the exact same thing.
Very nice, very nice. And I like what you said. And I think it's important when you start deciding on wanting to be happy, you need to also act on it. Action is very essential. What are the things that you do? We all can say that I want to be happy, but if you don't do anything, you don't act upon it, I think you will still remain the same. Sri Devanayagi Parameswaran says, happiness has to start from within. Yes, indeed. And I think you have just said it very well, that it should start from within. And some genes, yes, they are at the very peak level, I must say, Katie. Now, the next question that I have from these people, how to find a purposeful or purpose-driven life?
Come to my seminar. No. There are a lot of questions. I mean, I'm teaching that for years now, because it started all with me being fired from a job where I, out of the blue, suddenly held a termination letter in my hand. And I had to go through the same journey. At the end of the day, I had to figure out what is a purposeful life and what really brings happiness to me. What I can say, if you want to do something for yourself, go and Google the life wheel. And start with the life wheel and try to figure out in what areas of your life are you unsatisfied, and try to start a couple of steps in there. I can help you with that a little bit if you want to, or if I'm allowed to, Varan, because I do have a freebie, which I can join later on with you. I don't have the link right now, about the life wheel, where basically people can figure out what exactly is wrong at the moment, and then start doing the right steps or going in the right direction. And a purposeful life is, at the end of the day, finding a purpose for yourself, but also finding a purpose, for your whole life. Who are you? What do you want? What kind of strengths do you bring to the table? What kind of values do you really value? If you value environment and you want to preserve the environment, maybe you are wrong in a company which throws trash around all the time and which produces single-use plastic. There are small steps. If your values are not matching with who you really are, not with who you really are. If your values are not matching with what you're doing out there, then you're clashing and your life will not be fulfilled.
Finding the congruence is so important, I must say. Very nice. Lee Jane says, my purpose in life itself is being happy. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. And Heng says, yeah, great that you are sharing all this. I've got a lot more questions, but I'll pass it to Rajwin now for her to ask the rest of the questions. Rajwin, all yours.
Thank you, Warren, again. Katie, I'm sure everyone has experienced negative moments in their life. You seem so happy. Have you ever experienced any negative moment, and how do you deal with it?
Sure. I mean, everybody experiences sad moments. Just to give you 3 in my own life. So one really, really big impact was the termination of my job. I had to give back my keys. I had to give back my computer. I was not even allowed to say goodbye to some of my colleagues. Even I think half a year later, I still didn't know why I was terminated. So they just did it. And that was for me a really, really tough time, because first of all, I didn't know if I did a mistake or not, why I was terminated. And I also had to leave my apartment. I had to leave my friends behind. I moved into a different city and I started completely from scratch. That was a long time ago by now. Second one was basically the loss of my grandmother. She was really, really close to me, or I was really close to her. And as she died, that definitely did like a really, really big bump. I still have days where I'm thinking a lot about her, where I'm sitting there and when I'm crying, because I really miss her. So we all experience negative emotions. One of the things is that our aircon heater a combination of our happiness baseline always brings us basically down again, and then up again, and then down again. So it doesn't matter. We will always try to we will always experience good things in our lives. We will always experience bad things in our lives, but don't try to hang on too long in those bad dips. Let's call it a dip, in those dips, because if you hang in too long, you feel more depressed. Your body is producing more hormones which are related to you feeling sad, which gets you even in a worse state. So what you can do is the same things again. Put music on, start dancing, think about the positive things, feel grateful for something. A gratefulness exercise, especially in the mornings when you wake up or in the evenings before you go to bed, can help tremendously. Feeling grateful for the moments that you enjoyed, feeling grateful for where you are at the moment in your life. Those help you to get faster out of the dip, and also affirmations help a lot too. Positive affirmations, which basically where you tell yourself that everything is good, I'm feeling good, tomorrow is a new day, tomorrow will be the best day of my life, or things like that. That would be my suggestion.
Thank you, Katie, for the wonderful suggestions. Do you ever feel alone?
Sure, especially right now.
What advice for people who want to find the pursuit of happiness, may it be may it be within themselves or surrounded by others?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again, because I didn't get that one completely.
What is your advice for people who want to find the pursuit of happiness within themselves or being surrounded by when they are surrounded by others?
Theoretically, you can do both. I mean, if you're together with other people, then it is pretty easy to feel happy. If you engage in positive interactions, it should not be fighting, because then that would be the exact opposite. But if you are completely by yourself at the moment, then figure out what is missing. What do you really want to do? Where do you want to be in 5 years in your life? And start every single day with one step at a time in order to get there. There are so many ways with which you can do that. So
Very nice, very nice. Sorry, Rajwin, I have to intervene a little bit. I have got yet another comment. How to, so Sri Devanayagi Parameswaran is asking this question: how to help teenagers who find it difficult to find happiness and stay positive in yet another lockdown? Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. I get you. We are in the same situation. I have a 7-year-old and I have a 10-year-old at home. So what we are trying to do is basically we are putting on happy music in the house, so that upbeat music is running from time to time. That helps a lot, but we also try to engage them in daily tasks. We are baking together. They are searching for their favorite recipe, and we make that recipe together. We are playing board games. Board games is, in my point of view, one of the things where you can engage so positively with your children and with your friends, if friends are there. It is a fun time to just put those elements in there. Laughing, the same. If your kids are already engaging in electronics, then why not watch a really funny movie? That helps too, in order to keep it positive. But one thing I definitely have to say is let them exercise. And even if everybody says stay indoors, stay safe, from the hormonal side, and happiness at the end of the day is a hormonal balance in your brain, vitamin D is essential, which means you have to be outside in the sun in order to produce vitamin D, or you have to supplement it. Vitamin D levels are sinking extremely fast if you're not outside. So my suggestion is let them run in the sun, even if that rhymes. It helps to exercise in the sun. It helps to exercise outside to get some sunlight. And exercise also on top of it produces happiness carriers again. And it's so, so important that the kids, the teenagers are exercising and that they're outside.
Talking about kids, right? Can you please share your happiest moment in your life?
Yeah, happiest moment in my life. One of it is definitely holding my child for the first time in my arm after she screamed an hour at my husband. You're very welcome. And the second one is standing on the Golden Gate Bridge after 10 years not being in San Francisco. I had tears in my eyes. I just felt home again. I just felt whole again on that day. There are a couple of those moments that you will never forget, and those two are definitely one of them.
Thank you so much, Katie, for the awesome sharing Last
Rajni,
question.
can I intervene yet again? I've got questions, but before that, a comment. Daniel says, yes, fully agreed. We need to get the sun and sweat out. Yes. Just quickly run out just within your home vicinity. Get the sun. Morning sun will be preferable, I think, Eddie, yeah? And then quickly run inside so that you will be all energetic and getting the vitamin D is so essential. Question here. I don't know whether. Let me just read these questions. Do you believe in karma? Your thought, and this is all about pursuit of happiness. Yeah, and then someone asked about you being about hypnotism. So to be hypnotized, how far can it help a person, especially with trauma? Can you answer those two questions if you may?
Karma is something I personally have absolutely no experience with. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm the wrong person to ask for that one.
excuse.
At the end of the day, I think we are all solely responsible for our own lives. So I don't really believe in karma in that way. Whatever I put out
Okay.
there will come back to me. That has nothing to do with karma. That has more to do with my energy that I'm sending out into the world. For the second one, hypnosis can definitely help. For traumas, it should be not a hypno coach. It should be a hypno psychologist or something like that, which definitely have the qualification to work with traumas. It is a different education than the ones I have, for example. I am coaching people through hypnosis, but I am not personally not working on traumas. But yes, you can work really, really well on traumas with hypnosis, because at the end of the day, things are dissolved in your subconscious mind. And you can put complete new thoughts into the subconscious mind and override the negative ones. And that works really, really well. You can, for example, cure afraidness of height. I don't know the English word for that right now. Afraidness of spiders, of whatever fear you have, you can get arachnophobia. Yes, all those things you can get away in a session of around half an hour to an hour normally. You can help people stopping to smoke and so much other things. So traumas, yes, but you definitely need a specialist for that one.
All right, fantastic. Rajwin, all yours.
And any final words for the audience here?
Yeah, for the audience, first of all, happiness is something you are solely responsible for. No one else can make you happy. No money can make you happy. It can only raise your baseline a little bit, but not much. So every other action that you take, for example, figuring out what else is not working well in your life, where could you put a little bit of effort inside, where can you better your life, will bring you way, way more happiness than striving solely for money. That is from experience, and that's what every single successful person will tell you too, because we have so many people out there who said, hey, I did my first million at the age of 24, and then I was sitting there and I had nothing to do anymore, and it got boring. I mean, I saw this hotel and I saw that hotel and I saw that hotel. Is that everything now? Yeah. So even those people are not happy anymore at the end of the day if they don't find a purpose. If they are not fulfilled in other areas of their lives, then at the end, it is basically if you have a life wheel with different areas, it is basically the spreading of all the areas in order to be fulfilled, in order to feel happy. And you are solely responsible for that one, no one else.
Thank you, KD, for sharing today on Pursuit of Happiness. In the next half an hour, I'm going to share with you some tips, and I'm going to do happiness, laughter, and we're going to end with a song. So I start with my happiness tips. As a finalist for Miss Amazing Malaysia Season 2, I believe that in order to achieve pursuit of happiness, happiness is a choice within us. So, in order to achieve the pursuit of happiness, this is what I do. Uh, I eat in moderation. I when when you are happy and you're eating in moderation, you find happiness. And when you laugh, you find true happiness. And when you practice gratitude, uh, you can find pursuit of happiness by like what you mentioned, Katie. Like you write 5 things you are grateful for, and 5 things that you are grateful for before you sleep at night. You jot it down on a piece of paper. So so we happiness is a choice. So choose to be happy today. Before I end, I would like to share joyful laughter exercise, and a joyful song. So joyful laughter is like, um, think of a joyful uh, think of a joyful memory in your life, and laughing ha ha ha, or or when you eat an apple, you feel like so yummy and you want to laugh ha 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 ha. So um so yeah, and then you go, very good, yay! Everyone follow me. Eat a piece of apple, eat a piece of apple, and you go laughing, ha ha ha,
Ha
and then
ha
you
ha
go,
ha. Very good. Yay.
okay. And then before I end, I would like to have a laughter song. Um, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, clap your hand. Ho ho ha ha.
Ho ho ha ha.
Ho ho ha ha.
Ho
Thank
ho
you.
ha ha.
Ho ho ha ha.
Ho
Thank you
ho
for
ha ha.
thank you for listening, everyone. See you next time. Sastri Akal, Wanakam, and have a good night. Bye bye. Keep laughing, keep breathing. Bye
Ve-
bye.
Very nice, Rajwin. Very nice. So thank you so much. Yes, there you go. Rajwin have done it all. Very nicely moderated. And Rajwin, you always amaze all of us, and you did it yet again. Yeah, thank you so much. And KD, what can I say? Thank you so much. First of all, the experience that you had with your job really makes me feel very heavy, yeah, at heart, and we all feel for you, and also the loss of your grandma. Sorry to hear that, but life goes on, Kiri, and this is very important. We need to move forward. So Kiri, thank you so much. Loads of messages are coming. Everybody is saying thank you so much, and appreciate your sharing. So Katie, once again, thank you very much. So
Thank you so much for the invitation. It was a pleasure being here. I'm really honored. So I really like the session today. It was lovely.
very nice. Same. The feeling is mutual. We will share your information in our Facebook. So whoever wants to know more, want to go to a seminar, you can do so by contacting us. Yeah. So remember a couple of things that she shared. Leave your tech piece aside every once a while. Yeah. Your tech piece, just leave it aside. Start a new hobby. Go YouTube and start learning an instrument. Read a book. do something new, bake a cake, cook pasta. It's all happy, yeah? Especially when you do it together as a family. And gratitude list, remember, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to every single thing that has happened, still happening in your life. Just the fact that you are alive today, say thanks to the universe because you are still breathing. So that's very important, gratitude list. And get your vitamin D. Remember, every day in the morning, if possible, go quickly run outside, exercise a little bit, get the sun, speak to the sun, come back, because that is very important. Happiness is your birthright. Remember, happiness is your birthright. No one else can make you happy. It's all in your hands. You decide and you act upon it. Again, messages that says stay positive and happy always. Yes, stay positive, stay healthy, stay indoor, and be safe always. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Oh, don't forget laughter yoga. If you really want to be very, very happy, go get Rajwin Kaur Randawa and then get yourself experiencing the laughter yoga. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We shall meet again next time around. Bye bye. Thank you, Katie. Once again, bye bye. Bye, Rajwin.